Hi Advanced REST Client, Paweł here. Arc allows you to define variables that later can be used in any part of the request. In this tutorial video, you will learn more about variables and environments. Let's begin. A variable is just a value that is associated with a name. The name can be used in the request editor to insert the value in the place where the name was used. To understand why would you consider using variables, think of an API that requires authentication. Normally, you would have to define an authorization option for each request, authenticate the application, and then make the request. You would have to repeat this process for each request made to the API. With variables, you can obtain the authentication token once and store it as a variable. Then you can use the variable in each request instead of copying the token each time it is issued. You can also automate this process by using actions. Tutorial for actions is coming up soon. Subscribe to our channel to get updates. Let's define a variable. By default, the application creates a default environment for you. This information is shown in the top right corner of the application. Press the icon next to environment name to list current variables. As you can see there are no application variables for default environment. However, there are system variables. These are read-only variables defined in your operating system. You can use them as application-defined variables. You can disable system variables in application settings. Variables are masked by default, so it is safe to open this panel even during a presentation. Now, press the Edit Variables button. An editor opens. Add variable by assigning a name and some value. Variables are stored automatically in internal database. External applications don't have access to this information, so it is safe to store sensitive information here. Variable name has to follow a few simple rules. Only letters, numbers, and underscores are allowed. It cannot start with a number. A value can be anything. It can be any string, number, or another variable. You can combine multiple variables together and use it as a single variable. Variables support a few basic functions. A random function generates a unique number each time a variable is used. Random function can be called with brackets. By adding an argument, which is a name, you can group the result of calling the function and reuse the same result in the same request. Complete list of supported functions you will find in the value editor. You can use other functions to transform the value of the variable into something else, like this substring function. You can use it to get just a part of the value. You can use the preview option to check the result of calling the function. Environments allow to group variables into a single object. As in real life, you probably have to switch between different environments like production, development, and staging. You can define any number of variables in each environment. The variables can repeat names across environments, so you can define different values for each environment and then just switch the environment. You can, for example, use a host part of the URL as a variable and switch API environment without changing the request parameters. That's it! I hope you will love this feature. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see our latest tutorial videos.